Hip-hop dancers in black leather and matching white tennis shoes. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am your host and champion of chest voice, Ken Levine. I'm a singer and vocal coach here on YouTube, and today we are looking at Dimash and Zarina. This is a duet, and the song is called Question of Honor. But before we do that, I'd just like to remind you all to please remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, the thumbs up as well. If you're new, subscribe down in the comments below, and I will do my very best to respond to as many people as I possibly can. Now, this song is a suggestion from Natalia Afanasyeva, a subscriber, and thought I'd take a look at Dimash again. It's been a few months since Dimash blew my mind with his incredible range and just mind-blowing pyrotechnics. And so it's been a while since I've checked him out. This is, I think, actually an older recording from 2017, way back when. So let's have a listen to Dimash and Zarina Dimash Kudaibergen and Zarina Altynbayev. I said that wrong. Oh well, I'm not perfect. I think this is a cover version of a Sarah Brightman song. Oh, see, this beginning is I think it's an excerpt from an operatic aria for soprano, a Maria Callas sort of standard. I would call this one like a barn burner, parlor, I don't know, classic. This is one that you pull out in the, if you are a soprano, this is one that you definitely have in your repertoire. I don't know that they perform La Wally or La Volley. What an opera noob. La Wally. La Volley that often. But this is one of the famous arias from it that is actually quite beautiful. What is this? Is this some like... Okay, so that's not Dimash. What the heck is going on? Is this like the opening ceremonies of something again? I've did a reaction to Dimash singing at the opening ceremonies of something, games, some kind of Olympic stuff, and is this the same thing? I don't know. It's a huge production, though. Is this the gal, the soprano, Zarina, and she's singing, being suspended in the air? Okay. All right. Oh my God, this is too much. You got dancers, you got sopranos suspended from the air, you've got ice capades, a huge thing in the center that looks like a stage, but could be shaped like an eyeball. I don't know. This is like a Bob Fosse, Wet Dream. It's, Dimash, incredible voice. Like, he could just sing a cappella and I'd be entertained. This is like over the top. Serious production. I don't know anything about where this comes from, but they do not do things by halves. Bring on the dancing elephants. Cue camels. Okay, hang on. Okay, so Dimash has incredible range, and first I thought he was more like classically a baritone, and I've seen or heard him sing since, and he has that baritonal quality to his lower register, which is so great. And of course, this incredible extended range and flexibility that he has. It sounds like there's a chorus effect on his voice. I'm not convinced that this is live, only because these big productions, it doesn't have an in-ear monitor. How is he getting his cues? You're in a huge arena. It's sonically not great for a performer to try and sing live in that setting. And maybe it's not really about it. If it's pre-recorded, it doesn't matter. It's still Dimash. It's still Zarina doing the pre-recording. So this is about the show, right? It's about the show. Okay, for the sake of argument, let's just assume that everything is live and totally legit, and he's singing right now into that microphone. Let's just do that. Okay, and see what happens. Hip-hop dancers in black leather and matching white tennis shoes. Okay, wait, hang on. So we have Dimash singing that low part, and then who is singing this top part? Because that kind of sounds like Dimash as the gal's coming down with the red dress. This. I think that was Dimash. I know when two men collide, it's a question of honor. Holy red dress. This is the upper part. Hang on. Okay. I love this, but when sopranos do this thing, you can fuss about soprano and when you have an overheated vibrato, and sometimes it sounds great when they do that apportamento down, and you have that sort of fluttering effect with the vibrato of the soprano. I dig it. I think it's cool. So cool and dramatic.
существует, у него есть свои почитатели, и абсолютно...
All right, I want to listen to that end bit again. Yeah, she's sort of sped up her vibrato. Her vibrato sped up on the high note. This can happen as you sort of get that spin on the voice and you create that space. I don't think it's wrong. It just sort of adds a little more drama to the top note as the vibrato increases in its rapidity. I don't know, repetition? I'm not using the right words here, but hang on. Let's have a listen to that. They're both singing together. It's a bit shrill, though, in its character, and that might have something to do with the fact that her voice is being transferred into that little tiny capsule, and you're not getting the full effect. You know, I've often marveled at classical sopranos, operatic sopranos, when they step out on stage and there's something magical that happens when they just go past their first break into that F sharp, G, G sharp area. It's like they get this extra acoustic shell and all of a sudden their voice just blossoms out. And you don't get that effect through the headphones, through a microphone. It only happens acoustically when they're unaccompanied and when they're unamplified. It's really, really cool and neat. And sometimes when you amplify the voice or you try and run it through a microphone, weird things happen. You don't get that effect, and you get something strange and different. And it has to do with the physics of how our ears perceive sound, as well as the physics of how the sound is transferred out of the voice into all of these resonating chambers. And it's unique to sopranos. It really is. It's really cool. It's exciting. No, I guess you could do it at that angle. I'm looking at Dimash. He's really playing it up here. Look at that. Look at that rock star move. Yeah. So she has the mic that's strapped to her head, the lav, and he's got a regular sort of mic. Maybe that means he's going to be doing other stuff as well later on in the program here.
Другое искусство существует, у него есть свои почитатели, и абсолютно...
Yeah. You know, Dimash has got a great voice and incredible versatility. This Zarina, she's got a lovely voice as well. If you were to sort of break it down, there might be some things that maybe moments that she would prefer to have taken back and redone, but I think on the whole, a very, very fine performance. And that high bit, those of you who may have like taken the time to break this performance apart, it sounded like Dimash going up in that stratosphere, but there was this low chorus underneath him. Maybe one of you can point me in the right direction there. All right, okay. Well, thank you very much, Natalia Afanasyeva, for suggesting that I check out Dimash and Zarina and their duet in this incredibly overblown production, which obviously was like, again, an opening ceremonies for something, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe one of you can tell me. I suppose I could just Google it. But I like the conversation that happens in the comment section down below. I do read those things, your comments, and I actually learn quite a bit from many of you educated folks out there. Also, too, if you are wanting to educate yourself on singing technique, and you're not entirely sure where to turn, vocal coaches, voice teachers, pedagogues, there's lots of us out here. Please take some lessons. Don't just rely on some guy on YouTube. Go and take some one-on-one lessons if you can. that is not always possible. So there are many of us out here on YouTube offering Zoom lessons. I'm one of them. You don't have to work with me, but if you would like to work with me, I'll be sure to leave a link down below in the description to my Wizio page, as well as my KenLevineVocalCoach.com. And as always, I would like to remind you all to please remember to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and thumbs up or thumbs down. You know, it happens sometimes. People don't always like everything that comes out of my mouth, and I'm democratic that way. Keeps me honest. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time. If you've made it to the end of this video, we will see you next time.